It was supposed to be a simple dinner, a moment of connection, a chance to break the ice between a father, his adult daughter, and his girlfriend. A chance to bridge the awkwardness that had been hanging in the air like an unspoken cloud ever since his daughter moved in temporarily while she searched for a new apartment. But what happened that night wasn't simple, and it wasn't a connection. It was a moment that shattered whatever fragile peace had existed. She had no idea this would happen. No idea she would walk into that restaurant thinking she was invited, only to have the world come crashing down on her right in front of the hostess. "Table for two," his girlfriend said. And then, without missing a beat, she looked at the daughter standing next to her, and with chilling nonchalance added, "Oh, I thought you were just tagging along. This is a little celebration just for her." She froze. Just like that, the warmth and the kindness she had been led to expect evaporated, leaving her standing there alone in the cold glare of rejection. And the worst part? It wasn't even private. It was public, right in front of the host, right in front of everyone. The sudden blaring reminder that she wasn't wanted there. Not really. She didn't want to make a scene. So, she did what felt like the only option. She said nothing. She turned, walked away, and found the nearest takeout place. She didn't go home to the apartment where she was staying because she couldn't bear the thought of seeing them again. At least not yet. When she got home, her dad asked how dinner was. "Apparently, I wasn't invited after all," she said. That was all she could say. All she could feel, really, like a discarded afterthought. And what did his girlfriend say? She said that the daughter was overreacting, that she was making her look bad, and that she shouldn't have said anything to her dad. In her eyes, this whole thing was her fault, as if she had forced her way into a celebration that wasn't meant for her. But here's the thing. She didn't ask to be part of this dinner. She didn't ask to be left out either. And the worst part was the isolation that followed. Her dad didn't take her side. He didn't step in to call out his girlfriend for what she'd done. Instead, he stood in the middle, silent, as if that was some kind of compromise. His girlfriend's daughter gave her a look when they came back, a look that spoke volumes, like she was the one who had ruined the night, like she had caused the whole problem. But was she really to blame? She thought she was invited. She thought this dinner could be the start of something. Maybe, just maybe, it was a way to ease the awkwardness that had been there for weeks since she moved into their home. A chance for her father and his girlfriend to make an effort, to show her that she was welcome. But instead, her dad's girlfriend made it clear, in front of everyone, that she wasn't part of the plan. This wasn't just about dinner. This was about something much deeper. She had been staying at her dad's house for a while, keeping to herself, making sure she was never a burden. She didn't want to be a guest, didn't want to intrude. She wanted to respect the space. She even cleaned up after herself. She tried her best to blend in, to be polite. But she was never close to his girlfriend. They never really connected. And that's fine, right? People don't always click. But what she didn't expect, what she could never have predicted, was to be made to feel invisible in her own father's life. It's one thing to not be close, but it's something else entirely when you're told, in front of a room full of strangers, that you're not wanted. That's where the real heartbreak came from. When she went back home, it wasn't about the meal or the fact that she had to eat alone. It was about something far more devastating. Her father hadn't even noticed what had happened. He hadn't understood the gravity of it. His girlfriend had isolated her, and he hadn't said a word. Maybe, in her mind, it was just a minor mistake. Maybe the girlfriend didn't mean to humiliate her. Maybe she thought it wasn't a big deal. Maybe she assumed the daughter would just brush it off. But the daughter couldn't brush it off. She couldn't pretend that everything was okay. Because deep down, she knew. She wasn't part of the family. Not in the way his girlfriend was. Not in the way his daughter was. And that hurt more than any rejection could. So, the question loomed. Was she wrong? Was she the one who overreacted? Was it truly an honest mistake? Or had she been cruelly cast aside in favor of a family she would never belong to? This wasn't just about a meal. It was about acceptance. It was about family. It was about the painful reality that no matter how hard you try to fit in, sometimes you're still left standing on the outside. And her dad, well, he never even noticed. He was stuck, after all, between his girlfriend and his daughter. But that's not being stuck. That's just failing to make a choice. Her father had the chance to take a stand, to defend his daughter, to show her that, no matter what, he would always have her back. But instead, he chose silence. He chose to remain in the middle. She wasn't just rejected by his girlfriend. She was rejected by her father too. So, am I the asshole? As we come to the end of this story, I want to reflect on what we've just heard. What's the lesson here? It's not just about the dinner or about the girlfriend who didn't want her there. It's about something much deeper. It's about the power of communication, the importance of standing up for those we care about, and the devastating consequences when we don't. If you're ever in a situation like this, don't just assume things will work themselves out. Speak up. Stand up. Make sure the people who matter to you know where you stand. Because silence, in moments like these, only makes the hurt worse. And for anyone out there feeling like this daughter did, like an afterthought, like they don't belong, remember this: you deserve to be seen. You deserve to feel welcome. And if the people around you can't see that, it's time to take a step back and reevaluate what you really deserve. Let us know what you think. Have you ever been in a similar situation? How did you handle it? Leave a comment. Share your thoughts. And as always, thank you for tuning in to AITA Stories.